Okay, so welcome back, and now what we're going to do is we're going to discuss what happens if you have something that doesn't quite look like exponentials on both sides, but you've got an exponential on one side and you've got a constant on the other side. And what we want to do in these cases, we want to see if we can write both sides as exponentials with the same base. So in this case here, we've got 4 to the x minus 5, and then we've got 256. And so what we want to do is to use the one-to-one property. We want to find if we can write this as some exponent with a base of 4, right? Okay, so we want to say, okay, what power of 4 will equal 256? Well, 56 is divisible by 4. Okay, so we know this whole thing is divisible by 4. Okay, so what we want to do is we want to raise this to a power. So what power of 4 is 256? Now it may or may not work. Okay, so in this case, what do we get? Well, if you divide by 4, you can get 4 to the 4th. Right? Because 4 cubed is 64. And so multiply that by 4, you get 256. So you can raise this 4 to the 4th, which is equal to 4 to the x minus 5, right? So you could do that. And then use the one-to-one property, and you get 4 is equal to x minus 5, and then you get x is equal to 9. Okay. Now, is that the only way you could have done it? No. Some of you may have seen that, hey, well, I know 256 256 is a power of 2, right? So I could have wrote this as 2 to the 8th. And then, of course, I could write this as 2 to what? 2 squared times x minus 5 using one of the power properties, right? Or power rules for exponents. Because then we have a power raised to a power, so you multiply those. And so then you could have done the same thing here. We get 8 equals 2 times x minus 5. But you would have ended up with the same thing, because if you divide both sides by 2, you get 4 equals x minus 5. Of course, you get the same answer. Okay? And that's it. So when it comes to equations where, hey, I have an exponential on one side and I've got a constant on the other side, I want to try to get like bases. Or what if I have two exponentials on both sides but they don't have the same base? You could still look to see if there's a way you could write them both as the same base. Okay? And we'll do some examples of those next. Have a great day.